polar vectors and axial vectors. Look students, vector P and vector Q are lying in one plane. These are called real vectors or polar vectors. They have got one point of application. But if we have by the right hand vector rule P cross Q, PQ sine theta and cap. Now PQ sine theta and cap is the third vector, vector R. This is called which vector? This is called axial vector. Axial vector is also known as pseudo vector. It's also known as pseudo vector, right? P and Q are called polar vectors or real vectors. R is called axial vector or pseudo vectors. Remember students, axial vectors always produces the turning effect. That is, it produces the rotational effect. So axial vectors, just keep in mind, produces which effect?
Turning effect.
Polar vectors or real vectors produces which effect?
Point of application effect.
Yes. So, for example, आप लोग rotational motion में एक chapter topic पढ़ेंगे torque. Torque is R cross F. Torque produces turning effect. It is an axial vector. R and F, that is called polar vectors or real vectors, right? So, similarly, another example is angular momentum. Angular momentum is represented by L. L is equal to R cross P. R is the real vector or P is called real vector or
Polar vectors.
whereas L is called
Axial vectors.
or
Pseudo vectors.
pseudo vectors. I hope it is clear.
Yes, sir.